Hey everyone, it's Brian Cook, and today we're going to have a look at all of the changes I've made to my IKEA desk setup during this year. In this video I'm going to cover the different products I've added since the release of my first desk makeover video here on YouTube. And also we're going to see how the carby top has been holding up during these few months of use. And at the end I'm going to share what my experience has been so far with this setup and what are my plans for the future. So as you can notice, I've added many new different products to the setup, and to help you guys navigate through this long video, I've made sure to add the timestamps in the description so that you can easily skip to what interests you the most. There you will also find links to the products I'm gonna talk about, and I would super appreciate if you would take the time to leave a like and subscribe, as I put a lot of work into the making of this video. But without further ado, we can start with a tour of the desk. If you haven't seen my desk makeover video previously, this setup is composed of an IKEA kitchen countertop named Carby, which is just lying on top of two dark Alex drawers, and one more leg here in the middle for some extra support, which you can also find on IKEA. Later in the video I'm gonna give you some tips if you're planning to have a similar setup, so make sure to watch till the end. Under all of that we can see that I'm using a grey carpet to make the setup feel a little cozier. And it is also nice to have it when I'm sitting for hours in front of the desk, as it is relatively soft and gives a nice feeling while your feet are resting on it. Then once again on top of the carpet we can find this modern looking chair from a company called Zen, fitted with this nice breathable fabric mesh that really helps you keep you cool while you're sitting by the desk. It also has proved itself relatively comfy, and I kind of like the design as well. We had the possibility to adjust the lumbar support to our preference, and we can also adjust the armrest to best fit the height of the desk. We as well have the typical adjustment features that office chairs often have. I will leave a link to a similar chair in the description, as I couldn't find a direct link from which you can buy this specific one that I'm using, but as I was doing some digging I found a link to their website where they are simply showcasing all the different models they have been working on. I'm going to leave a link to that too if you want to check out their products. Moving on to what's on the desk. The mouse and keyboard I'm using at the moment are the Logitech MX keys for Mac and the Logitech MX Master 3. They are both pretty well known and are really good. I've tried a few different keyboards during these few months in search of something that would satisfy my needs, and after all I decided to go for this keyboard because I really enjoy the way it looks and I really like the feeling you get when typing. One underrated feature of this keyboard in my opinion is this deep profile that we can find in the keycaps that really helps when typing. It kinda feels like my fingers get into place each time I'm pressing a keystroke. It's a bit difficult to explain with words, but I highly suggest you try one out for yourself to fully understand what I mean. I also preferred this Mac version compared to the standard one, as it features darker keycaps with a lighter background that provides some nice contrast and fits in nicely with my Mac Mini and the setup altogether. Talking about the mouse instead, the first thing you can probably notice is that it's kind of damaged, and that's actually because of my cats. The MX Master 3 has this rubber profile going on that can easily get scratched if a cat, like in my situation, gets close to it. I have considered changing it as I don't really enjoy the look of it anymore given the scratches, but I still haven't because apart from that, it's a really great mouse that I've been really enjoying. You can basically customize the different buttons to whatever action you want, even perhaps specifically, and has been super handy in many different situations, like when editing my videos for instance. It also is really comfy to use given the ergonomic design, and it's a mouse hard to beat given all the pros. But if you guys have some suggestions for a different mouse I could try, feel free to leave a comment. Then moving on to the desk pad, this is a product that I recently bought and I've been really enjoying so far. It's from a company called Down Trees and it's 100 cm long and 40 cm wide. I picked up this dark grey felt option and I think it looks fantastic in my setup. I was looking for a good alternative to the well-known desk pad from GrowthMade, and this has been the best I was able to find given its big dimensions and the friendly price. This cost me only £18, and no kidding, I took a gamble, but I was surprised by the quality and the look of it once in my hands. I recommend you guys pick one up if you're looking for a new felt desk pad that doesn't break the bank, and you might end up being surprised as I was. The monitor I'm currently using is the LG Ultrafine Ergo. It's a 32 inches 4K HDR10 monitor which comes out of the box with its own monitor arm that is also really good. Has been a huge upgrade from my previous monitor and has been great to work with. It also features a USB-C hub in the back that can be really handy to have, and if you are curious to know more about this monitor, you can check out the review I did a few months ago, where I go more in depth in its characteristics. Then on top of it you can find a light bar from Xiaomi that I also covered in a video of its own, where I explain you why you should get yourself one and what specific options are included with this light bar, like the possibility to easily adjust through this nice remote the warmth of the light and its strength. This is a relatively cheap upgrade that has helped me a lot, reducing eye strain and overall improved the quality of the time I spend at the desk, so make sure to check it out. Under the monitor instead we can find a desk shelf that helps me hide away different items, and here you can see how it's called. It features a similar pattern to the Alex drawers from IKEA, and it also features a USB hub here on the side together with a convenient wireless charger. On the other side we can also find a drawer that gives us some extra space to store small items like pen and other things. It has been working out good enough for the time I owned it, but I'm actually looking to buy something different, maybe in wood, to improve the overall look of the setup. Also the build quality is fine, but it's far away from being a premium product, and they actually seem to have put a stop to its production as I couldn't find a link to where the item was still in stock. I also used some cable holders to be able to easily charge the different devices when in need, and that's something I'm going to do again in the future when I'm going to switch to a different product. Under it we can see a few different items, and we can start off with the Mac Mini. I'm currently using the one Mac Mini to run my setup, and here you can have an overall look of the specs I went for. This machine has been a huge improvement in productivity coming from a Windows computer, as it is super powerful and has been really great for things like editing, Photoshop or just normal everyday activity. It is also really cheap considering the performance you can get out of it even if choosing the standard model, and I highly recommend it if you're looking to invest in a PC that is compact, powerful and cheap. If you want, feel free to check out this video I made, where I give you 3 reasons why you need an M1 Mac Mini. Under the desk shelf we can also find the different storage options I need to get things done. I'm currently using a 1TB Samsung T7 SSD and a 4TB Seagate HDD. I use the Samsung T7 just for editing my videos, and it has been working really great. It has tons of positive reviews and has been recommended by many people. It's also really compact, and it's perfect if you are in need of storage that you can also easily carry around if needed, and can be a perfect match for a laptop setup, for example. While the Seagate is being used just as a backup. I also happen to store files which I do not need access to very often, and it's great to have a large amount of storage space packed into this small design. I also don't dislike the looks of it, and I haven't encountered any issues with it so far, and I've been using it for the last 2 years or so. You're going to find a link in the description for both storage options with detailed specs and prices if you are interested. Moving on, the speakers I'm using are from a company called Edifier, and they are sitting on some speaker stands that were actually meant for the Kanto S2, but they seem to fit nicely with these ones as well, and I'm pretty happy about the look altogether. They also can be used via Bluetooth if wanted, and you can also easily connect them to your TV or smartphone. You as well have the possibility to plug them to a subwoofer if you like, and they do come with a nice remote for easy control. I'm far from being an audiophile, but these speakers to me sound definitely good, especially given the relatively budget price. I also really enjoy the style they have going on, with this dark wood pattern on the side and this nice grey finish in the front. So I would say they look dope and they sound really nice. The microphone I've been using in my last few videos is the Shure MV7, a compact version of the well-known Shure M7B microphone that has been a standard for podcasting and not only during the years. This mic sounds really good and offers professional results at a decent price. You can judge how good it sounds for yourself as I recorded this whole video with it. It also offers the possibility to be used in both XLR and USB, and I recently also made a review about it if you wanna check that out, where I go a little deeper in its features. The arm I'm using to hold it is the Blue Compass boom arm, and it's a premium boom arm with a simple but sophisticated design that features a built-in cable management, and it's also really easy to set up given the system they chose to go for. I totally recommend this product as the looks and build quality are top notch. I'm also using different accessories around the desk as you can see. I have some IKEA plants here and there, and on top we can find an IKEA shelf with a few personal items, plus a tube light from Godox, which I sometimes use in my videos. Here I used a hook attached to a piece of twine that then is attached to this glass vase, which inside contains some earth and a small cactus. And I kinda like this last one. I feel like it's a small but cozy detail that fits really well in the setup. On the left side here I'm also using some IKEA products. One to attach notes if needed, and another one that displays one of the keyboards I've previously been using, the Keychron K2V2 mechanical keyboard, and a few other items that sometimes can come in handy. Also here I have my old Windows PC that I basically ended up not using at all since switching to Mac, so I might sell this one in the near future. If some of you are wondering what is actually standing on, it's a tray with wheels from IKEA that is also going to be linked in the description. To light up my whole setup, I'm currently using 2 m LightFix light strip to the back of my monitor that give me the possibility to change each LED to a specific color if wanted, and that's how I'm getting this nice vibe there, but I'm also using another 2 m light strip from Philips attached to the back of the desk itself, but this time with the possibility to just choose one color at a time. Both light strips can be used together with Google Home, but I honestly prefer the LightFix light strip as for a similar price actually lets you display more than one color at a time, and I also feel like the light that it produces is better diffused. As far as cable management, is nothing too special but gets the job done. I'm using a tray from a local store close to where I live, and I attached it to the desk with some 3M tape and fitted a power socket and all of the different cables. In the future I'm planning on doing a better job, but as of now I'm happy enough with the results, as you can't really notice any of the cables coming down from the desk. Before ending this video, I wanted to share with you what has been like to use the Carby top for these past few months. Look-wise, I'm still enjoying the setup, even if sometimes I feel like it would be nice to have a lighter desk. The size of the Carby top has been just about enough for my needs, and the height when combined to the Alex drawers has been right on point for me. The surface of the Carby is old enough and fine enough, especially considering that I'm living with 2 cats which from time to time use the desk as a sleeping spot. Though one negative thing that I experienced was a slight bending of the desktop. Let me explain better. I have been using this desk setup for about 6 months, and the desktop is just lying on top of the Alex drawers with the help of some sticky pads. One day, while doing some cable management, I noticed that there was an ever so slight bend that was noticeable just because some of these pads weren't touching the surface of the desk anymore. I doubt it was something to really worry about, at least for the time being, but I decided to add this leg in the middle to support all of the weight caused by all the stuff I have on top of the desk. And since then I have experienced no bending at all, and everything went back to its original place. So I do suggest you guys use an extra leg around the center of the desk if you're looking to preserve the integrity of the desk for as long as you can, especially if you will have heavy stuff on it like I do. I didn't even really need to screw anything, I just used some piece of carton to reach the desired height and has been very stable since then, even when I accidentally smashed into it a couple of times when clearing the carpet. As for the future of this desk, there are still a few changes I want to make and a few things I want to add to it. And for early next year I might come with new changes and improvements as I'm relocating to a new house and will have to set up the desk in a completely new space. For today it's a wrap, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did so, please smash that like button and subscribe to be up to date with the latest content. Also, you might enjoy one of these videos here if you like this one. Thanks for watching, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, Cookie out.